For the second part of the first video, my daughter just came out, who is 8, and sort of interrupted the process. People forget that when you have a sibling that's really sick, it takes a toll on the other siblings. They are so afraid that their sister is going to die and that she's not going to get better. And what I have to remind them on a daily basis is that I will not stop fighting until I get her the answers she needs. I will not give in until I can say that she's fine and she's in remission to whatever is wrong with her. My son, who's 12 years old, said to me last night when we were talking or joking around on the way home from grocery shopping, what would we do, or what superpowers would we want if we could choose superpowers? My son, and I don't know why he is the way he is, but he naturally has a heart the size of Mount Everest. The first thing he said he'd want for a superpower is to take all the pain his sister has and take it away from her. The second thing he said he wanted for a superpower is to be able to make sure that all the people who are homeless in this world have a home. And the third thing he said that he wished that he had a superpower that would take away people's sadness and make them happy again. Honestly, who the hell says that as a 12-year-old? But he has a special connection with his higher power that I don't even comprehend, is what I tell people, and that's the truth. We are now on day 4 of taking an antibiotic and a steroid for Alice, which, I'll be honest, she hates taking. But when it comes down to choosing between that and a shot, she's going to do it. She will take the medicine by spoon and be happy with it. Just from being on the steroids and the medication for 4 days, her legs are more clear than I have seen them in a year. Because of the waiting for doing anything, the doctors did a severe amount of damage to her eyes, where she's going to have surgery eventually. She cannot see well. It deteriorated like 40% of her vision. On top of that, it did damage to her kidneys and liver from being on the methotrexate and the Humira, which we're still working on getting all the evidence together. And on top of that, her ankle, from where it deteriorated her tendon, is going to have to be operated on too. She is 5, and she doesn't even comprehend some of the pain she's in. She doesn't complain. She smiles. She tells me on a daily basis that she knows that people are praying for her and that Jesus is watching over her. When she says those things, I don't know whether to be nervous, because I always get afraid that maybe she just understands what heaven's like and she's preparing herself for it. But I can't stay in that place. I can't stay angry, because it teaches me, or it lets me have permission to not do anything. I can be angry when this is all said and done. I can be angry when I'm going up against her doctors in court. I can be angry when I'm trying to prove that people need to test more for Lyme disease in this state of Maine and in the whole entire country. It is 2018. There should be stuff like this readily available and not with the expense that it's having. It is one of the biggest epidemics in the United States right now. And for my child to be denied care, I honestly wonder if it's just a matter of people wanting to make money off prescriptions. And that's a whole other story. But as of today, she's doing a little bit better every day. It's going to be a long road. We have opened up a GoFundMe page for her, and I'll post the link to this. But it will all help with getting her back to her normal self. She can't eat sugar. She can't eat gluten. She can't have dairy. And my husband has a good job. He has only missed 1 day in a year. And we still are struggling day by day to pay medical bills, to pay food. She is such an amazing little person that all the ego I had in myself that was stopping me from reaching out over the last year to ask for help is at this point in that bracket of, I don't care, I've got to do this for her. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting on Facebook. I'm getting on YouTube, trying to spread the word for her. We're trying to reach a goal. I would love to say as much money as we can raise, because we have over $16,000. Oh, let me correct that. $60,000 worth of medical bills. It's insane. The month before she got sick, where we tried getting her out of bed and she couldn't move, her neck was so stiff, I actually was told that I had a bone growth in the back of my head, which they considered to be a tumor, and a flattened pituitary gland. I was having seizures again, and on top of that, I was diagnosed back at 19 with a rare bone disorder called Albright's hereditary osteodystrophy. And so I have my own fair share of issues going on, and our medical bills are astronomical. We have spent many of nights not knowing whether or not we're going to be able to pay for groceries, the bills, crying with my husband, not being able to help him get a job to help go through this tough time, because as soon as I try to work, it just gets worse in my head, and then I end up being way too stressed out and can't handle it. So, we're pushing forward. I'm trying to keep people updated every day, and honestly, anybody out there in the world who sees this video, please keep passing it on. Please, because any help, money, sharing, prayers, anything. Her full name is Alice Marie Walden. Anyone who reads this or watches this, please, please share. Please donate. Please say a prayer. She's amazing, and she deserves the best that I can give her. So I'm reaching out to everybody. Please, please help. My husband has not missed a day of work in a year. I think it was a total of 3 hours. He is a phenomenal electrician. He has been with the same company for 5 years. We make just enough that we can't get any services, and we make just too much that we're constantly trying to stay above water. And I am not having my daughter's health come down to dollars and cents. I can't. So, and I will repost every day. I actually am going to put a video up of her talking about it, because once you see her, you won't be able to resist or feel bad.